not only continue our season, but continue our season at home. Turnover in this league and in this game is it's part of the business. So that was the last time that this team and this group of guys was out competing with each other. So we absolutely know we lost, and that's why this locker room is hurt.
Obviously, you're not going to throw anybody on the bus. It's a team game. But how hard is the defense taking this after a game like this where they struggle so much?
Defense should be proud. We love those guys. So I'm not here to point anything, like you said. To be honest, I find that a little bit, you can't put this on one person, or one unit. So for us, we could have put more points on the board. That we only had we had 3 and out to open up the third quarter after they ran the ball, ran the clock. We only had 4 plays in the third quarter, I believe. So maybe we had that opportunity to give our defense a break. It would have been a different game. So like you said, we're not in the nature of name or finger pointing unless it's intrinsically.
Thanks, Mitch.
Hey, Mitch. Look, obviously, you've got a great quarterback in your locker room, but you also played with the guy that won the game tonight. And how tough is it to realize that this guy is going to be standing in your way for a long time, and you've got to get past him, and now you're 0-2 in the postseason against him?
Yeah, he's a great football player. From top to bottom, that organization's run well. We felt like we had the pieces to compete, and for us, it's just about executing. So, he's a great player, and don't see him going anywhere anytime soon. So, we look forward to the next opportunity.
Have you ever been involved in a game where a team had 13 seconds to move whatever it was yards to get a field goal? I mean, that seemed almost impossible, yet he did it.
I think when we lost in 2018 or maybe even 2019 to the New England Patriots in the AFC Championship game, we had to, in Kansas City, it was a similar situation. We had to go down and put it into overtime. I think we did. You just know when that quarterback in that offense is at the helm, you can't, the game's not over. So they executed, and that's why they're continuing and we're not.
Okay. Thanks, Mitch.
You're welcome.
Mitch, Pat Freeman from The Beat, 105.5. Just building on what Sal said, I know you've played with both of those quarterbacks. Have you ever been part of a game, especially with the emergence of Josh Allen? How great was he from your vantage point today?
Josh is a remarkable competitor. He willed us on a few of those 4th downs and extending those drives to even put us in the position. So we're not the same team without Josh Allen, and it's not even close. I wish you guys could have been in that 4th down. I think it was the first 4th down conversion to done that, minute and some change. It was just a lot of love, guys saying they loved each other. Let's execute. Let's do this for each other. It was Josh at the helm. So, it's a really tight knit group, a lot of love. And, the unfortunate thing is we're not going to take the field as a unit, the same unit. And I think that's what's most heartbreaking.
All right. Thanks for the question. Great game, Mitch. I realize it's disappointing, but one of the best games I've seen.
Absolutely. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Mitch. That's all for tonight. Hey, Coach, can you hear me okay?
Got you, Kelly. Yes.
Okay, great. We'll get started with questions. Please raise your hand if you have a question. First question will be from Pat.
Coach, this is Pat Freeman from the Beat 105.5. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Pat.
Coach, have you ever been a part of a game like that? And how great a performance of two quarterbacks, especially your quarterback. That it had to be one of the greatest performances I've ever seen.
Yeah, Pat, it was tremendous effort by Josh. And, they made a couple more plays than we did, obviously, down the stretch there. And but tremendous job by Josh. The guys they played their guts out. And we got to do got to execute a little bit better in the last couple plays there. And so appreciate the way the guys battled.
My last question to you, Coach. What is the feeling in the locker room right now? What are the feelings of your players to be in a game of that nature?
Yeah, this is Chiefs are a good football team, and we knew it was going to take a heck of an effort coming out here, and I thought the guys gave us that effort. Starting with Josh and all the way down the line, and we got to obviously do some things better. But those guys they're hurt. We're disappointed. We're all disappointed. We're all hurt, sick to our stomach. So you move on and you try and get yourself to learn from it, but it stings. It stings. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It stings.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Hi, Coach. Adam Benini. You had mentioned you needed to execute a little bit better down the stretch. Obviously, I mean it's punch and counterpunch there through the end of regulation and into overtime. They 13 seconds they went down the field, tied the game. I guess assess in those scenarios where you think you came up short from an execution standpoint.
Yeah, I don't want to really get into specifics, Adam, and with respect to your question, just overall, there's things we talked about, and we can just execute better, and that starts with me and goes all the way down. So I don't want to get into specifics right now. I'm really proud of the guys and their effort. Obviously they made a couple plays down the stretch, so I'll just leave it at that right now.
What I think you've shared part of this, but what message did you send them in the locker room after the game?
Yeah, it's, I just said, hey, we got a, great effort, and I'm proud of all of them. And, these guys came through a lot. They really did. And to come out here and the game come down to, pretty much 13 seconds. I think they all feel the same way I do. We're all sick to our stomach, and it hurts. We work really hard to get here, number one. And I know the fans are disappointed, and I wish I could take that off of them. I wish I could take it off of the team, right? And but we can't. And what doesn't kill you should only make you stronger. And I think this should make us stronger. It's going to take some time, but it should make us stronger.
Thank you, Sean.
Hey, Sean, your quarterback played an outstanding game, obviously, and he's one of the best in the league. But you've got a guy in Mahomes who, and this, he is the obstacle. And you guys have had a tough time clearing that here in the postseason twice in a row. Just how tough is it knowing that, like Brady in New England for all those years, this guy is going to be in your way, and you've got to get past him. Yeah,
so that's the reality of the situation, right? It's the reality of our situation, and we've got to continue to work to beat him. Give them the credit. He made a couple plays down the stretch, and he had a great game, as was mentioned earlier. It's what great players do. They make big plays in big moments of big games, and he made big plays. And but again, I'm proud of the way the guys fought. They battled. So we've got to continue to adjust and work on becoming a better team, and then our execution as well.
If I could ask you too, when you look at the stat sheet, is it jarring to see that Steph had 3 catches for 7 yards?
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously one of our best players, and we've got to make sure we're getting him the ball. But at the end of the day, we scored, to take the lead with 13 seconds left. So there's a lot we can talk about, but we put ourselves in a position to win the game.
Okay. Thanks, Sean.
Sure.
Hey, Sean, it's Mike Catalana. I know it's 13 seconds. It sounds crazy, but did you consider a squib kick there? Would that have made a difference? Or how do you think about those plays? I mean, it's only 13, but maybe to waste a little more time, was that ever considered?
Yeah, we talk about a lot of things, Mike. I'm just going to leave it at the execution, and that starts with me.
And back just to your defense on Mahomes, it seems like you've been a really good tackling team the second half of the year. Was that the biggest issue with defensively today? Just not just him, but getting those guys to the ground?
Yeah, you got to tackle well against this offense. They've got great speed. A 5-yard catch can turn into a 50-yard run after catch. So when you saw the one and we were in 2-man, I think after the second to last touchdown by our offense, when we went up a little bit there, and Tyreek made a play, and then he took it to the house. So they challenge you defensively because of the speed that they have on offense.
Thank you, Sean.
Sure.
Sean, it's Jay with the Buffalo News. Did you consider kicking it short or maybe kicking it to the goal line after that final touchdown in the fourth quarter to maybe try to get them to run some clock by having to return the ball?
Yeah, we talked about that. And again, I'm just going to put it on the execution at this point, and myself, Jay, I'm just going to leave it at that.
Gabe Davis, 200 yards receiving, 4 touchdowns. What can you say about the job that he did for you tonight?
Yeah, I looked at him on the sideline and I said, "Hey, you're going to make the play," and he darn sure made 2 big time plays for us down the stretch there.
Thanks, Sean.
Sure.
Hey, Coach. Just wanted to go over the 17-play scoring drive. 3 third-down conversions, 2 fourth-down conversions, including the touchdown. Not that this team needed to prove anything to you, but just the kind of mettle and guts that they showed on that 17-play scoring drive.
Yeah, tremendous, Chris. Tremendous. I mean, we knew we were going to have to be very resilient out here with the environment the way it is, and how good of a team they are. And was super proud of the way the guys were that through the course of the game, the highs and lows. And so, yeah.
Thanks, Coach. Hell of a season.
Thanks.
Yeah, Sean, just again on the 13 seconds left, was there any discussion of maybe just taking an intentional penalty by the defensive backs, grabbing, holding, intentional to just one time to kill 4 or 5 seconds?
Yeah, we talk about a lot of those things, Mark, and yeah, so a lot was being talked about there, and again, it comes back to me.
Thank you.
That's all we have. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
You guys hear me okay? Right, great. We'll get started with questions, and Jay will have our first question.
Hi, Mike. Hi, Jordan. This is Jay with the Buffalo News. Can you give us any insight from your perspective as to what happened at the end of regulation when they had 13 seconds taking over? Were there communication issues or anything that you can kind of point to that they were able to get down into field goal range that quickly?
To be honest, I really don't know. I mean, I just feel like it was having some class. We got our call in, and they were able to get some chunks on us. I wish I had a better answer for you. We just didn't get up and contest the throws they were making. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, Mike, and listen, I apologize. I think I'm speaking for everyone. We weren't really able to hear that. I don't know if there's somebody from PR that could maybe, if the mics are on or anything like that, but.
Can you hear this?
Yeah, that's a lot better. Thank you, Jordan. And again, I apologize for having to ask again. Just the idea of not being able to get off the field after the offense had given you the lead. I can only imagine the mood and the emotion in the locker room. But if you could, as team leaders, could you take us inside of that and just tell us a little bit about what the team is feeling and after that result?
Yeah, I mean, obviously not the way we wanted to end our season. Frick, man, that was offense did everything they had to do. Defense, we just had to go out there and make a stop. Weren't able to do it. It's just it's a tough feeling, man. It's just a really tough feeling. Hard to put in words. It sucks. Something we have to live with, something we have to learn from.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate your time.
Micah and Jordan, Pat Freeman from the Beat 105.5. What are the feelings in the locker room after a game like that, and knowing that there's so many changes at the pro level, that this is the last time that this group of teammates will play together again? What's the feeling in the locker room?
Well, can you hear me? Can you hear me okay?
Yep, I can hear you.
That's something you don't really think about until you obviously played the last snap and you're walking off the field and you realize, this is the NFL. You don't have the same roster each and every year, coaches included. We've been together for, a lot of us have been together for 5 years, and that might not be the case. So, I think it's beyond football. We're really like brothers in the locker room. We've celebrated, we failed together, we cried together, we laughed together, throughout the years. And then, when something like that happens, again, it's a hard way to go out. It's tough, man.
Jordan, your thoughts on that? What were your feelings in the locker room?
Yeah, I mean, I think Micah said it. It's tough. Every season, roster moves, changes. So, I don't know. I don't know what this team's going to look like next year, but it probably isn't going to look the same. That's the hard part about it. You grind all season with, and, like Micah said, with some guys been here 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, together. You work so hard, you want it so bad. It's tough. Like I said, it's something that each individual will learn from, and it's going to sting for a little while, sting for a long time actually. But we'll continue to stay motivated. Proud of the guys in the locker room. Just a great group of guys to play with and to be around, and to go to war with every weekend. Resilient group. Just didn't get it done today, and it's tough.
Thank you both.
Hey, Jordan, John Worrell with the AP. Just wondering, Sean McDermott was just on here talking about how everybody's sick to their stomachs and how much it hurts, and what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. As encouraging as those words might sound, how difficult is it to accept that reality right now, that something this will make this team stronger in the end?
I'm confused with what your question is.
How can you look ahead and accept that this, as much as it hurts right now, that this could have a benefit to you in the long run?
You know, I think everything that happens in life is a lesson, and you either grow from it or you die from it. You know, like I said, we got a lot of resilient guys on this football team. A lot of guys that have been in the league a long time, some who haven't, but at the end of the day, you know, we didn't come on top today, and you know, we got to learn from it, and you got to use that. You know, and I know we said that last year. You know, use it going into the off season, and you know, I don't want to say it again this year, but you know, it's something that you're gonna have to feed off in the off season, and continue to learn from. And you know, this one's gonna hurt for a little while.
Hey guys, I know you already addressed the speed that those guys can put on the field, which is obvious to everybody that's watching. You guys pride yourself on being a fundamentally sound group. How much does the speed that they have, though, challenge your fundamentals? Because even if you're in perfect position and you execute perfect fundamentally, their speed sometimes still beats that. Is that some of what you guys experienced?
Yeah, for sure. You know, those some calls that we had a great call by Frage, and you know, we were able to be there to almost make the play. You know, but obviously almost doesn't get the job done. You know, I'm thinking about that long pass and towards the end of the fourth quarter where Tim took it to the house. You know, the fast guys understand that. You know, 6 out on tape every game you watch them. You know, I felt like we limited them most of the game on those big explosive plays, and then you know, we just got out the gate, and you know, like I said, we take pride in not doing that, and that's why it hurts even more, just because you know, we're able to allow them to do that.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks. Hell of a season.
Thank you.
That's all we have. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Appreciate you guys. Yeah, it's been a long season.
Thank you guys, for real.
Hey, can you guys hear me okay?
Yep, you got us.
Yep, I got you guys. We'll get started with questions, and Matt, I'll have our first question.
Josh, obviously, you know, the early reviews are this was one of the greatest playoff games ever played. Obviously, you guys didn't come out on the right side of it. What were the feelings in the locker room after everything you went through down the stretch?
Obviously, we're disappointed. Wanted to win that game. Obviously, everybody wants to win that game. There's only going to be one champion crowned at the end of the season, so that makes 31 unhappy teams. And you know, hats off to the Chiefs and what they did today. You know, Pat played amazing. Got a lot of respect for him and the Chiefs as a whole. You know, they made one more play than we did. That's what it came down to. But I'm proud of our guys, how we fought, how we battled, how we came through and persevered over some things throughout the course of this game and the course of the season. You know, and you know, it obviously it hurts. You know, you don't like feeling like this, especially back-to-back years at the same place. Yeah, so we got to find a way to be better next year and to accomplish what we want to accomplish.
Gabriel, 4 touchdowns. Nobody's ever done that in the playoffs before. I mean, what was it about your guys' connection in this game and why it worked so well?
I mean, we were just whoever had the opportunity to make a play, we were going to make it, and I had a lot of opportunities tonight and was able to execute on those.
Thanks.
Hey, Josh. Wanted to ask you about those last couple of minutes, or I guess I should say about the last, fourth quarter plus. The offense seemed to be able to do whatever it wanted, and that has to be an incredibly powerful feeling. Can you take us into that feel, whatever rhythm you guys were in or whatever you were seeing out there, and take us maybe through that that whole sequence?
Yeah, man, I think it started up front. Our front five did an outstanding job today against a really, really good defensive front. And then you look at outside, our guys are making plays, unbelievable catches, getting B's involved. Gabe making some unbelievable catches there. Obviously 4 touchdowns. You think he went 8 for 200 something but that's video game numbers, So we had our opportunities. We made some plays, but not enough to get the job done.
Oh, that was it. I think I got muted because we have some background noise here, but no follow-up from me. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Josh, obviously you were able to connect with Gabe throughout the night. Is there anything they were doing though to take away Stephon that you guys couldn't connect more tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think they had a good plan, doubling him, especially on some of these third downs, rolling a safety over the top, playing too high. And usually when you try to take away somebody and put 2 guys on 14, it opens up things for the other guys. And again, Gabe had his opportunity tonight and he made some outstanding plays, and even Cole making some great plays, getting everybody involved. Yeah, I mean, that's what it came down to. And yeah.
And then Gabe, can you take us through the 2 touchdowns after the 2-minute warning?
Yeah, I mean, we're just, again, I talk about this all the time, but when your number is called, you have to make the play. And I knew that it was going to be a night like that tonight, especially knowing that we have guys like, Stephon Diggs and Cole Beasley that will be getting double more often than I would. So I was just prepared for anything coming my way. And I was able to, again, make most of the plays that were called.
Hey, Josh, as you were walking off the field, you seemed to kind of be taking it in and looking around. What were kind of your thoughts as you walked off the field tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it was tough, and to be in that moment. Again, had a lot of respect for Pat. He throws a winning touchdown and he comes straight over and finds me. To be in that situation and to do that, that was pretty cool of him to do that. And just obviously it sucks the way it happened. We wanted to win that game. We had our opportunities, and I'd taken it all in and holding on to that feeling and making sure that we don't feel like this again. And like I said, back-to-back years in the same spot. It's tough to take in, but it's part of the game. It's part of the learning process, and we gotta use this and figure out how we can be better and how we can accomplish what we want to accomplish.
Thanks.
Hey, Josh, Jason Wolf with the Buffalo News. Appreciate your time, man. Heck of a performance, heck of a season. What are you thinking? What's going through your head when you hit Gabe with 13 seconds to play to take the lead? Are you thinking at that point, hey, we got this, we're hosting the AFC title game next week? What are you thinking then?
How unbelievable was that?
Thinking, it's Pat Mahomes on the other side. They made some good plays there at the end, and unfortunately the coin toss went the way it went. But I mean, again, scoring with 13 seconds left, that was unbelievable play by him. Our front five blocking the way they did on 4th down, I believe. again, I'm super proud of our guys throughout the season, the ups and downs, and I know it's disappointing right now. It hurts right now. And you can say it's gonna be better. We're gonna learn from this, and it's very cliche, and nobody wants to hear that. But I truly believe that this unit will learn from this. We've got a pretty young squad, a lot of guys coming back next year, and again, we just got to use this as fuel for the fire.
As a quick follow-up, you mentioned the coin flip. Obviously, the rules are what they are. How do you feel about not getting the opportunity to touch the ball in overtime?
Yeah, the rules are what they are, and I can't complain about that, because if it was the other way around, we'd be celebrating too. So it is what it is at this point. And we didn't make enough plays tonight.
And just real quick, Gabe, what's it like for you to have essentially one of the great games of your life, but then to be sitting there disappointed with the result?
Yeah, exactly. It's hard to be able to celebrate that when something like that happens, because at the end of the day, this is a team game and you want your team, to keep going and keep playing to win the Super Bowl and move forward. And, was looking forward to having the AFC Championship, at home too as well. And we didn't get that job done today. And, it's upsetting.
Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate you both.
Hey, Gabe, can you just comment on that 17-play drive, just the guts your quarterback showed with all of those third down and fourth down conversions, in addition to, being on the other end of a lot of those to kind of come through for him?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, 17 is always going to make a play with the ball in his hand. We got a lot of trust and faith in him. He's the best quarterback in the NFL, and I stand by that. And I know that when it's time to make plays, I know he's going to be there to make them.
Thanks, guys.
Dr. Josh Mookie Hawkins, 104 Sports 1080, man. Great game out there today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, 25 points, man, in the final 2 minutes of that game. Can you just explain to us what was the emotional roller coaster like? I mean, just to have patience, just to, battle for battle, toe for toe, blow for blow. Could you just run through that emotional roller coaster, if you will?
Yeah, I mean, just trying to win a game. That's what it comes down to, and it takes everybody. It takes all 53 or 55 guys on the roster. I think it's 53 now, or 50, whatever it is. It takes everybody on our team, from our practice squad, the people in the organization, in the building, to our cafeteria, people upstairs. And again, I'm proud of how we handled this season, from top down. Working with all the COVID rules early on, not letting that to be used as a distraction. And I'm super proud of our organization for, again, bringing the guys that we've brought in. But again, that you win some, you lose some at the end of the day, and you can't win them all. And we'll learn from this one.
Absolutely, man. And I know it's still fresh, but how would this loss challenge you guys to get better for next season?
You got that one.
It's just going to leave that bad taste in our mouth. I know it'll be something I'll be thinking about until the next season starts again, because there's still going to be games going on, and the Super Bowl is going to be played, and you're going to see it on TV and know you should have been in that position. So it's definitely going to have people with a chip on their shoulder coming into next year, and just being ready to play our ball that we know we can play.
No matter the outcome, guys, they put some respect on your name tonight. Way to play.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That'll do it for tonight. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.